Welcome to an introduction to iHawk, a series of videos introducing you to the basics of iHawk. In this first video, we're going to be talking about the main interfaces and menus of iHawk and how you can customize them to suit your particular needs. So as you can see, we're on the map view currently. We're going to start by going to the top left and clicking this grid button to bring up the main menu or launchpad. Now this might look like a lot. This is the main access point for all the features and functionalities of iHawk. And as we go through this series of videos, we're going to be explaining almost all of what you can see here. So hopefully by the end of the series, you'll be confident to pop into any of these and understand what you're looking at. But for the moment, we're going to start with the map view. The map view is one of the two main ways to interact with your data on iHawk. It's also probably the most intuitive way. If I expand this sidebar on the top left here, we can see we have the option to choose between assets, asset groups, and inspections. For this video, we're going to stick with assets. So we can see we've got a list of our assets on the side, and we've also got pins representing where our assets exist in the physical world. In the next video, we're going to be going into assets and asset grouping in a bit more detail. So I'm just going to collapse that sidebar for the moment. If you want to change the appearance of the map, you can go to the top right-hand corner where your initials are and click Appearance. And here you can choose between various types of maps and whether or not you'd like to have terrain switched on. I'm going to stick with Street for the moment. You can see here we've got groups of pins that are clustered together to tell you how many pins there are. If we'd like to uncluster those, we can go to the three dots at the top right and click Disable Pin Clustering. And now we can clearly see all of our assets with their individual pins. So it's really as simple as that. Maps are a very intuitive way to navigate between your assets, your asset groups, or your inspections. So if I go back to the main menu now, the second main way to interact with your data is the table view, and we can see this if we go into Assets. The table view gives us a tabulated way to see any data that we want to about our assets, inspections, or asset groupings. If we go to the top right here, there's three dots that we can click on, and we can customize table contents. This allows us to include or disclude any of the columns of data that we like. We can also change the order by just dragging. I'll leave it as it was for the moment. We can also filter or sort by any of these column types. For example, entering the word steel in asset type gives us all of the steel structures. The table view gives us a really quick, customizable and accurate way to narrow down to particular assets, inspections or groups. And it's as simple as that. Those are the two main ways that you can interact with your data on iHawk. Now obviously there's a lot more tools, features and functionalities to explore, so make sure you tune into the rest of the videos to find out more.